Hi there, welcome to our latest bonus chat. This was recorded as part of our Leinster v Scarlets Rep Pod. If you missed it, be sure to check it out on Apple, Spotify, and all the other usual places. Well, we have now arrived at what we always call the business end of the season for Leinster Rugby, namely the time of year of the knockouts. This year, Leinster are in a very different position to this time of year in 2025, with nowhere near as many URC points in the bank and a lower seeding than we're used to in the Champions Cup, which makes the path to silverware a lot tougher. So with pretty much every fixture between now and the end of the season meaningful, it's time to work out what our best team is. So I've asked my guest, Rich Mifsud, to give us his, starting with the backs.
Yeah, I'll start with the fullback. Hugo has to play. It's really good that he's back. It's a huge relief that he's back because he gives you so much stability and such grace and elegance, especially when he's carrying the ball forwards. So Hugo starts. The wings, his backline buddies have got to be Tommy O'Brien on the right wing, and given James Lowe's injury, that gives us the opportunity to have JJ Kenny on the other wing. And as we mentioned in the pod covering the Scarlets game, their work ethic is incredibly good, and that they should stand us in good stead moving forwards. In the centres, Jamie Osborne, and Gary Ringrose. Those are that is the centre partnership as far as I'm concerned. And the halfbacks have got to be Jamison and Harry Byrne. So yeah, that's pretty much what we saw with the exception of Hugo last Friday night at the in the Scarlets match. So I think the addition of Hugo will benefit us immeasurably.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a strong lineup we put out on Friday, but like you say, there are a couple of names that we could definitely add, and I think Hugo just first name on a team sheet most of the time anyway. But we're talking, we spoke about how Tommy O'Brien and JJ as well. I mean, you look at the names that are missing out there. Jordan Larmour with long-term injury, James Lowe, like you said yourself, won't be back, and Kieran Frawley as well. I mean, you make an argument. I wouldn't be one to say, well, he's leaving anyway, so we shouldn't play him. I'd be saying, no, get as much as you can out of him. But I think you're right. I think Jamie Osborne is kind of the future at 12. It'd be great to get him playing there alongside Ringrose. And of course, there's Robbie Henshaw as well in the mix as well. And he made some good cameos on Friday as well. So there's a lot of names leaving out there, but I do think that is pretty much our strongest backline. Okay, so we move on to the forwards now.
Well, no real surprises here. Portrait, Lucy, Dan, Tig, Joe, Big Joe, and James Ryan. Fingers crossed he's back. Ryan Baird to come back in at 6. Josh at 7, and Caelan at 8, and captain, of course. So, pretty much the kind of pack that I would like to see going forward. And apologies to Jack Conan, but he will feature in this a little later on.
Yeah, it's always, we've spoken loads of times before on the pod how difficult it is to leave Conan out of any team. It seems crazy when you think of it, but when you look at the form Ryan Baird was in when he was injured, I mean, he can also do a job at lock as well. Yeah. And we're definitely missing some players. Like it looks like RG is out for the season. We've got other players as well coming up as well. Deeney as well, Mangan, but he's injured. There's a lot of different options there. But I think you're right there. Joe and James Ryan, mac and cheese as they call them, in the second row, and that's definitely probably the best pack we can put out. And that just leaves your bench.
It does. So Jerry O'Cahir, Ron Kelleher, Rabah Slimani, and it would be remiss of me not to mention what he did on Friday night, which was his resignation from the forwards, from the props union, with his little flick back up to himself after that line out.
Trying to get in the French squad for the World Cup, I think.
That was divine. Honestly, it really was. Deeney, Jack comes into onto the bench. Jimmy O'Brien, Lukey comes in, and this is the reason why Frawley wasn't in the original 15, and that's because I would have him as the fly half option on the bench for the match. So yeah, that's my bench.
Yeah, I mean that's the versatility trap, isn't it? Especially if you're a back. If you can play multiple positions in the back line, 23 is almost the best jersey for you, which is it's not a jersey anyone wants to be their regular jersey.
No, absolutely not.
That's kind of the way it kind of ended up for Kieran at Leinster.
Well,
anyway,
that's why I've got Jimmy there as the utility.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Kieran is the fly half option.
The backup fly half, exactly. And Jimmy's the utility indeed. And Slimani and Jerry Carr, we have to speak about him. I mean, he's come up from the AIL temporary contract, and he's really put himself.
He's bloody awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully, I know we do have a couple guys on the injury list, and they will be coming back eventually. But I hope they appreciate that he's earned the right to stick around with the Leinster squad a bit beyond this season. And like you say yourself, you have him in your team. We'll be looking at him at the business end of the season. He'll definitely deserve something after that for sure. Okay, yep. So that's brilliant. Yeah, that's the Leinster 23. Now, obviously there's different options that, like you say, in the forwards, you said Jack Conan could be in the starting lineup. There's Max Deegan. Alex Soroka has been unlucky not to get more starts this season. We thought this was a season where he might step up, but he's kind of on the fringes as well. But I think that's pretty much the best 23.
Yeah, 23 it's injuries, isn't it? So, the huge caveat with the selection is injuries, as ever. So,
we're touching wood, fingers crossed, and all that kind of stuff as we're doing it. Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay, well, listen, that's great, Rich. Many thanks for that. And if you, the viewer, have any thoughts on Leinster's best 23, or indeed anything you'd like us to harp on in future, please leave your comments below. And sure, while you're at it, be sure to like, share, and subscribe as well.